alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. You are forgiving my tardiness. We are here. This is Friday, June 9th. Sit up here. I gather some other voices. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله نستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا آملان ويخبي الله فلا يهدي له سبحان الله الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Praise be to Allah. We seek His help, His forgiveness. We seek refuge with Allah from the evil of our own souls and from our own bad deeds. Whomsoever Allah guides will never be led astray, and whomsoever Allah leaves astray, whoever someone decides to stray away from Allah, surely no one can guide them. I bear witness that there is no God but God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I bear witness that Muhammad ibn Abdullah of 1400 years ago is his slave and servant and messenger. May the prayers and the peace be upon Muhammad, his family, and upon us, the believers. Alhamdulillah, it's good to be up here once again. It's good to see you all. For the last month or so, I was unable to attend Jummah, and due to a scheduling conflict, and there was no conflict in me. I always wanted to be able to make it, but due to my working schedule, I wasn't able to make it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with the opportunity for us to be able to work together again, and for us to be able to be up here and see you all. And I say working together, and I truly mean it. I am not up here today to necessarily stumble through some Arabic, let you know I can read a little Arabic, or to let you know that, I am here to take some type of leadership position or something like that. I'm here to let you know that many hands makes the light work. Many hands make the work light. And I'm speaking for myself, and I'm speaking for my peers, the brothers that you see in the back of the masjid, the brothers that you see in the front of the masjid. I want to let you know that we are here to work. We're not here to take the spotlight. We're here to be able to continue the progress and the growth and development that the generation past of me has continued to do. You all, Imam Hatem Hamidullah told me in Orlando, he told me that you are standing on the shoulders of giants. And I agree with that completely. That my father and my father's father and many of you have worked so hard to be able to establish what we have here today. And it would only be, it's my responsibility, as well as the people of my peer group, my generations, it's our responsibility to be able to take that torch and be able to keep this thing moving here. So again, when I'm up here today, see it as I am here as your brother, I'm your worker, your fellow Muslim. And with that said, inshallah, we can continue. I hope you all feel where I'm coming from here. So dear beloved Muslims, the great month of Ramadan is approaching. And I know you are excited and anticipating this month, just as I am. Dedicated to not only fasting and abstaining, but also reading and understanding the Quran, the Revelation, Al-Quran Kareem. And not only understanding the Quran, but also your fellow human being. This is the time when getting to know your children, getting to know your spouse, getting to know your peers is essential, and it is easy. Ramadan's triliteral root, Ra, Mim, Da, those three letters, means a burning heat or blasted by the sun. You know when you put something over a fire, and you're cooking something, water or whatever the substance may be, it begins to boil. And all the impurities begin to leave that thing. And all of what's left is the true essence of that substance. So when a believer goes through Ramadan, all the egotism should be burned away. All the miscommunication and old grudges should be burned away. All the emotional barriers that we build up around ourselves should be broken down and burned. So all that is left at the end of Ramadan, in the middle of Ramadan, after the first day of fasting, is the true value of your true human self, your human nature. During this time, your nature should be more in tune with the Creator, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are established on natural urge to be upright. The fitrah of Hanif. The natural design, Allah's natural design for you to be upright and standing. That's that natural urge inside you. We call Ibrahim our father, Ibrahim Hanifa, because he just had that natural urge to be upright, even as a youngster. Fasting teaches us love for God and for your fellow man. Fasting teaches us self-restraint from our desires, our inclinations, and emotions. And it says in the Quran, Ya ayyuhal ladina amanu, O you who believe, Kitabu alaykumu siyamu, fasting is prescribed to you, Kama kutiba ala ladina min qablikum, as it was prescribed to those before you. لَعَلَيْكُمْ تَأْتَقُونَ, so that you may learn self-restraint. You know when you go to the doctor, he asks you what's wrong, and you tell him. And he writes you out a prescription, and says, take 2 of these, and take 2 of these a day, and call me back in a week. Well, you come back the next week, and you say, well, doc, I still got the same problem, and I don't know what's wrong. And the doctor asks you, did you take my prescription that I wrote to you? And you might say, well, yeah, I took it once, and I felt better that time, so I stopped taking it, And the doctor looks at you, cocks his head, and says, that is not the prescription that I wrote you. Well, I'm not saying that every medical doctor has our best interests at heart, but when the Lord of all systems of knowledge writes you a prescription, it is best for all of us to follow it to a T. The word here for prescription is kutiba, not kitab, like a book, or a katib, like a speaker or a writer, something that has been written. It is kutiba, which says here in the translation, which is a prescription, yes, but it is also has implications of something that was ordained to you. That fasting was ordained for you as it was to someone before you. This thing was established for a specific purpose. As it says in the Quran, for you, as it was for the people before you. And the people before did not maintain their prescription. And we can see now that the state of unconsciousness that they are in, unfortunately. Should we believe as the fools believed before us? If so, verily, then we are. The only criterion for you to fast or not to fast is if you are a believer. Ya ayyuhal ladina amanu, O you who believe. Are you a believer? Yes, then fast. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala being ar-Rahman, the merciful, and He does not want you to be burdened. So He allows if you are sick or traveling, or if a woman is pregnant or on a menopausal, then she is not obligated to fast. but that may be the best time for you to fast. You understand? If you are going through some hardship, or you're going through a situation where it's new to you, and you need Allah's help, fasting is the best thing for you to be able to be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I say this because, people be trying to find excuses not to fast. You're trying to make themselves feel good. I'm getting on that airplane to go to Chicago, brother. And, I'm gonna be traveling for a whole hour and 30 minutes. I ain't gonna be able to fast today. I'm traveling. Man, I work outside. Man, it's hot. I ain't gonna be able to make it today. But Ramadan means a burning heat. You don't think because you are struggling and striving in the blazing sun that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala won't give you extra blessings? Ramadan's roots do not just come from the blazing sun or this burning to imply the purification or the cleansing process. It also means that it was probably hot during that time, Sha'aban, the month previous to Ramadan that we are in now, it's translated as the separation, but it was only separated because the Muslims at this time had to go find water in different places. And that tells you, it puts you in the mind frame of the climate that it was at that time and what they were preparing for. So if it was hot before the month of Sha'aban, then it is hot in the month of Ramadan. So that is perfect for this time of year now. That is perfect for this time of the year now. It allows us to be able to experience it as the believers did in Mecca and Medina during that time in years ago. So the summer fast is coming up. It's perfect. I can't wait. So with that said, inshallah, let's pray for the community. Alhamdulillahi wassalamu wassalatu ala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Again, I am very appreciative for the opportunity to be able to be in front of you guys here today. Many of you, I've seen your faces, passed you, but I may not introduce myself properly, and you might have passed me, and we might not have had time to exchange words. So since Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me the opportunity to be up here today, I would like to be able to extend myself to you. My name is Ahmed Sharif. I am from a small rural town in Mississippi, Marion County. Very humble beginnings here. The name of the city is called New Medina. Maybe you might have heard of the name. I don't know much besides hard work and Al-Islam. Hopefully, again, I am here to be able to assist my hands to whatever we need done here, inshallah. So with that, let's continue. And my wife told me I never mentioned her when I come up here. So, Kamaria Sharif, my beautiful wife, who was carrying our first child. Alhamdulillah. Been married to her for 4 years, so I'm very, very, very blessed. Now that I've got you guys all riled up and excited about Ramadan, now that we have to establish a way to prepare for it. Yes? You don't just run a marathon without training for it, correct? Okay, so organize your priorities. What is first? Faith. Imantu billah. I believe in Allah. The time that is approaching is based on discipline. But throughout the year, the shaitan is working to make us and everyone around us undisciplined, out of order, almost chaotic. He's working hard. But just think about the discipline it takes to be able to make your 5 salat on time every day outside of Ramadan. It isn't easy. But many of us strive and struggle in that way. But now Ramadan is coming up, and this is training for us, so we can be able to stay in the best spiritual shape possible. Again, it's summertime, and most of us, we're trying to get that beach body, and we say, we work